everyone, it's Katie, and I'm here today to share a story that thoroughly destroyed my dignity and possibly my kneecaps. So, grab some popcorn, because this is a wild ride. A couple of weeks ago, my niece had her birthday party at one of those massive indoor jungle gym places. You know the ones I'm talking about, eh? Chaotic, colorful, labyrinth of padded tunnels, nets, and questionable plastic surfaces, all specifically designed to exhaust children and utterly humiliate any adult who dares to enter. My official role for the day was simple: be the designated adult supervisor. My only jobs were to sit on a suspiciously sticky bench, sip a lukewarm juice box, and offer polite, encouraging claps from a safe distance. It was a solid plan. A foolproof plan. But, as we all know, life loves to throw a wrench in our foolproof plans. In this case, the wrench was my adorable 5-year-old niece, who ran up to me with those big, innocent eyes and said the 5 words that would seal my fate. "Auntie Katie, come play with me." And what did I do? Did I remember that I'm a grown woman with adult-sized hips and a sense of self-preservation? No. Like an absolute fool. I smiled and said, "Of course!" The next 30 minutes were a blur of physical exertion I have experienced since high school gym class. I found myself crawling on all fours through foam tunnels that felt like they were shrinking with every move. At one point, I turned a corner and was immediately punched in the face by one of those giant, dangling boxing gloves that hang from the ceiling. I even managed to lose a sock in the ball pit and nearly passed out from the sheer effort of trying to swim my way out of it. I was bruised, I was sweaty, and I was covered in what I can only hope was glitter. But I survived. I thought the worst was over. That's when I saw it. The final boss? The slide. It looked so innocent, so harmless. It was a bright red spiral tube slide, the kind you see at every playground. From the outside, it looked perfectly manageable. I thought to myself, sure, what's one quick ride? It'll be fun. Famous last words, right? I climbed the wobbly rope ladder to the top, gave my niece a confident thumbs up, and launched myself into the plastic abyss. I misjudged very, very badly. The first few feet were fine. A smooth, gentle descent. But then, about halfway down, the spiral got significantly tighter. Suddenly, my knees were wedged up against my chest, and my shoulders were scraping the sides. I stopped moving. Not a slow glide to a halt, but a sudden, jarring stop. I was completely, utterly stuck. I had become a human traffic jam, a living, breathing cork, made of regret and surprisingly stretchy pants. My first reaction was pure panic. I tried wiggling my hips, hoping to dislodge myself. Nothing. I tried pushing with my hands. Still nothing. My voice, which I intended to be a calm call for help, came out as a desperate, muffled squeak. That's when I heard a little voice from the platform above me shout, "Lady, are you dead?" Before I could even answer, I felt a relentless prodding at the soles of my feet. Another kid had lined up behind me and was now trying to shove me down the slide, yelling, "Go faster! Move!" I was being tailgated inside a plastic tube. This was my new rock bottom. Just when I thought I would have to be surgically removed, a hero appeared. Well, sort of. A lanky teenager who worked there, looking profoundly bored, had to crawl into the slide from the bottom exit. He wiggled his way up to my feet and, with a heavy sigh, began to push me out. It was the single most undignified experience of my entire life. I emerged from the slide backwards, upside down, and, for some reason, shoeless. As I tumbled out onto the mat, blinking in the bright lights, I saw them. An entire audience of parents. And worse, they all had their phones out. They were filming. One dad actually clapped. Through the haze of my humiliation, I heard my niece yell, "That was awesome! Do it again!" I've been emotionally scarred and have been able to look at a playground the same way since. So, let this be a lesson to all the cool aunts, uncles, and parents out there. The moral of the story is simple. If a piece of playground equipment looks like it was built exclusively for small children, it was. Stay in your lane! And for the love of all that is holy, always enter a slide, feet first. Not Anyway, that's my tale of woe. If you enjoyed watching me relive my public shaming, please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more questionable life choices. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.